Hey everyone, welcome back to Little Chef Big Ideas. So in this week's video, I've actually done a tour of the house to let everyone know what it looks like now. So let's get straight into it. So we're starting off in what is my daughter's bedroom. So really, more than anything else in here, it was just a lot of decorating. We had new double glazing put in throughout the house. As you can see, these are old wooden framed windows. They've got to be 20, 25, 30 years old. New carpets throughout the whole of the upstairs. This did originally have a doorway that went through into a cupboard that was in the master bedroom. We took that out because it just didn't really work with the layout that we wanted for the room. The girl's happy with it, I'm happy with it. That's the main thing really. They've got their bedroom. We did spend a lot of time all sleeping and living in the same room. It was a bit of a labour of love. Landing and hallway, only things we did here was carpet and put some new skirting board on. We never attacked the Artex on the wall. It just really wasn't a job that I wanted to do. Moving into the bathroom, only thing that changed in the bathroom was a new window, new shower went in because that broke pretty soon after we moved in, and the ceiling that for some reason was grey, we painted white, which silly little thing really. We didn't do it for months, but we should have done it sooner because it really did make the room a lot brighter. This is the small bedroom. That was another concrete built cupboard that we knocked out just to make the room a little bit bigger. Did have some pipe work in it, so we just kind of boxed that in at the end. Recarpet, new window again. And then all of my son's bedroom furniture really went into there, and this was the finished article. As I record this, he's still not actually slept in it yet because he's still in with us, but it's a nice bedroom for him to have at some point, I'm sure. So now we're in the master bedroom. This is the other side of that cupboard that I mentioned. The doorway was in the girls' bedroom. We actually got rid of it day one. I wanted to put wardrobes where it was, so it had to come out anyway. It wasn't going to make any sense to leave it in there. Most of the upstairs, if I'm honest, once the new windows were in, it was just decorate, sand, fill. The condition of the walls in this house were absolutely shocking. I don't know what had happened in there, but there was just chips and dents all over the place really. So, you know, it's amazing actually just what a bit of decorating will do. New carpets, and this is kind of what it looks like now. These are the wardrobes, or once they were, well, that's them in their kind of being built stage, if I'm honest. And then yeah, we just kind of made it look built in by just putting some MDF boarding around the edges, around the sides. As you can see there, quite comical because my wife will laugh at this, but I still haven't put the door handles on, so it is a little bit tricky to actually even open the doors. But you know, I actually think this works really well using these IKEA wardrobes and then just building a frame around. I think it looks pretty good. So this was the living room once we'd kind of moved all of our stuff out after we lived here for a couple of months, just to kind of give you a bit of a before and after. We always wanted to mount the telly above the fireplace, but our telly was actually wider than the fireplace and it looked a little bit mad, so I thought this is a perfect excuse to kind of build it so the telly could be sunk into it. This was to build the actual main frame was only a weekend, and then obviously we had the whole room plastered, repainted, new floors. This is probably the room I'm most proud of with a before and after, because a lot of hours went into making this work. What I was saying here is where the surround is, this bit of wall right here and here, that's the original front of the fireplace, so you can just see where I've kind of packed it out a bit. Just a little electric fire in there to make it look like a log burner. Having the telly sunk in, I do really like the idea of it. Couple of shelves. We were going to have full built-in wardrobes in here, but by absolute fluke this unit fitted in there really nicely, so we just ended up putting it in there. Made a decent fit of it. The wall lights that were up, we ended up just changing them for little sockets. Reason being really was just that if we ever put shelves up, we could kind of put lights up on there, and it just tended to make sense really. Fixed windows again in here, and then into the hallway. New front door was essential because ours didn't really lock properly, to be honest with you. The only bit of glass was this one that didn't get replaced. Both of the panels at the bottom did because they were old and not very well insulated. This is a really cold room in the house, to be honest with you. There was going to be a door in there that was going to go into the office, which I'm kind of in now, recording this, which is why we moved the radiator from where I pointed out to there and there. Got an upright radiator put in the living room. I think, if I'm honest with you, we probably bought the wrong one, because although it does give off some heat, it doesn't really heat up this area too well. So our kitchen, this was awful. This really was disgusting when we moved in. Just the condition of it, the cleanliness of it was absolutely horrible. This was the state the oven was left in. We actually met the previous owner and he showed us how to use the oven. Looking back now, I just laugh at it. We ripped it all out pretty quick. I put a temporary kind of worktop in so we had somewhere to work from, but we just wanted to attack this room. Ceilings came down, walls came down. This was our new boiler that we installed. We're gas in this, we're oil in this location, so we have to have a special type of boiler. Ripped everything out, even the prefix. Some sacrifices were made. We levelled all the flooring off, sealed it, insulated it, and then put some pretty hardware in laminate down that actually went through the living room as well. We actually bought these cupboards second hand. I think my wife found them on Facebook Marketplace of all places, and we actually, I think we got all of the cupboards, a dishwasher, fridge, freezer, and oven all included in the money. And I think when you look at the before and after, actually, it's a phenomenal change. What I'm pointing out there is that's a chimney breast from where our boiler used to be, right in the middle of the kitchen. Never really understood the logic of why it was there, but that was the original design of the house. I really like how this room's come out, to be honest with you, compared to what it was to where we've ended up. Yeah, I think we've done really well with this, and it's something that I'm actually quite proud of being able to get to finish. Just to remind you the before and after. Wow. Conservatory wise, I think the only thing we actually ended up doing in here really was putting new carpet down, because the old carpet was a bit old and disgusting. We've just let the kids abuse the room really with all their toys and have it as a playroom. Out into the garden, we knocked down the old shed, or what was left of what you could call a shed, and built a new one. Other than that, we've just, not really touched it, to be honest with you, because we've kind of had a bad summer and a winter. The kids have never even really played out there, to be honest with you, so not the best. Moving into what was the old larder, we just kept it as a larder. That actually was one of the decent things about the house. It gives us space to put the recycling and just store a few extra bits and pieces, and hide just some storage and cleaning equipment away. It's quite nice. Going into here, this was a bedroom originally. It was what was the garage originally when the house was built. We split it into 2 rooms, built a small utility room just with a bit of extra storage. Made sense for us because we didn't really have anywhere to put any of this stuff in the kitchen. So we put a toilet with a macerator just to kind of get rid of all the dirty waste. Just popped a small sink in there just so you can wash your hands after you've been. And then this wall we built, and this just goes into the office. It's a bit weird watching this because I'm sat in this chair as I'm recording this. Just gives me a place to work in the world we live in now. Everyone does some work at home, I'm sure, so just gives me a place to be. So that's kind of the house, really. Thank you for watching the video. I'd like to say it's been an enjoyable experience redoing this house, but if I'm honest, it's not been. It's been a real pain, and a lot of hard sweat, tears and blood have gone into it.